see, I can already see you though too. So, now about Mo. She's flown out here from the East Coast to be here tonight. And during my tenure at Sacramento State, I felt that we were really fortunate to always have a long line of great setters. And when I recruited her, she sent me a video. And I thought, you know, this gal looks pretty good. So I went and watched her do a high school match. And she was good for high school, but I really didn't get a chance to see her play club. So I had to take her off of a high school match. And I felt like I was taking a good chance on her, but her best quality, which I'll talk about later, wasn't something that you could see just at a high school match. So obviously, she has to have been something exceptional to make it into the Hornet Volleyball Hall of Fame. She wasn't just a good setter, she has distinguished herself as an excellent volleyball player. She, without a doubt, would be my first choice as a Hornet setter in all the years that I've coached. And I've had very good setters, and they all bring different qualities. And within the conference, she was always at the top. She was just, you know, one of the best in our conference, as you know, with seeing all those awards that she had accumulated over 4 years. Athletes and setters for sure do bring different qualities to their position. And Mo took over the responsibility of setting as a freshman, and she played with a very talented group of players, but also had strong personalities. Her freshman year, teammates as a group were very competitive, and one player in particular was not shy about expressing her opinion when others didn't do well. And so to play with that senior player who was very, very strong, you had to be tough. You had to be able to withstand that pressure, and a lot of freshman setters wouldn't have been able to. But in my opinion, I think Mo showed a resiliency that would have withered others quite easily. So I've got my mix up here. I absolutely love competitive players, and Mo was so intrinsically motivated to excel that I really never had to pressure her at all to give me a better effort. So I think in this regard, she was a coach's dream. Secondly, she possessed excellent location, as Ruben already mentioned on her sets. She delivered a hittable ball and did so most of the time with stunning accuracy. She made her hitters better players because they could depend upon where the ball was going to be set time after time. Thirdly, again, Ruben mentioned it, was the quick feet. And I think that's what will stand out in my mind more than anything else. Her quick feet, and to be able to cover the court better than anybody else. There were times when I thought that we had made a pass or a dig that was simply unretrievable. And there was absolutely one, there are not a lot of plays that in particular that stick in my mind there's so many over the years, but there's one that's like just ingrained on my mind. And it's like we had passed the ball out of bounds towards the bench, and I was already disgusted with the pass, thinking that was going to be a point for the opponent. And she came flying over there and not only just dug it up with one arm, but brought it up and made it hittable. And it was like, and we hit it for a point, and it was so like unbelievable that somebody could do that. And I haven't had other setters that have ever been able to do that. So it's just, it was incredible. And it's only because she was so darn quick. The fourth quality I think that made her so valuable was her ability to keep the opponent off balance. And you saw a few of her dumps on the video, but she was very clever. I mean, she was very tactical, and she helped us a lot, I think, just keeping the opponent off balance, and they never knew quite what she was going to do. I'll always remember her on a net pass too close to the net. She'd go running up there at full speed and just chuck it to the corner, and it usually scored a point more times than not. So Mo did many things right, did so many things right that she spoiled me. She had a good serve, she had a scrappy defense, and despite her smaller size, she held her own at the net. She was simply a complete player, was very sturdy, she never missed a match in 4 years. Life often intrudes on athletic performances of student athletes. Mo was no different, trying to juggle the demands and deal with the stresses of life in college. But no matter what was going on in her life, I felt she was so competitive that when she took the court, she would forget about the outside world and just do her job better than anybody else. things I will remember about her in particular was as a freshman, when we had a nice trip to Hawaii. She was absolutely delighted. She was like, this is college volleyball, we get to go to Hawaii. You know, it was like, it was nice, somebody appreciated it. You know. And then it was also the first time we beat UOP when they had a very strong program, and she walks to me afterwards, she comes up to me and she means, you never beat him before? Like, what's the big deal? I'm like, oh, we had some problems. There's no doubt, one of the other things I will remember is her wonderful sense of humor, and she really has a good sense of humor and her laugh. The players that I've coached, some of them are here tonight because many of her teammates are here, are truly a part of me. Not that I think of them as mine, not that I own them, but that I feel like I know them in maybe a way nobody else does. It's a little bit like being a parent, taking great pride in their successes and feeling a little despair when they make mistakes. I have great admiration for Mo and her talents. She's intelligent, she's engaging, and a hornet through and through. And the affection I feel for most of my players, but not all, but certainly feel a lot of affection for Mo. And being able to coach players like her is just what makes coaching so special. So it's absolutely been my pleasure to have been her coach, and I'm glad to have been able to be here tonight. Mo has since graduated, obviously, and gone on to coach Division I volleyball herself, and at Seton Hall. And then she married a good Italian boy, hence the name Del Rossi, and she has 2 sons. Rocco and Nico, so she's a mother. So I'd like to bring Mo up here now so that you can all meet her.
Debbie for being here and everyone to come. And I just have to say I haven't spoken in front of a group since my required communications course here at Sac State like 13 years ago, so bear with me. And thank you for the video. All I can say is we thought we looked good, I guess, at the time. I'm amazed that something that can feel like it just happened yesterday, but also seem like it happened a whole lifetime ago at the same time. I'm really blown away to be the recipient of such an honor, to be recognized and asked to be in the Hall of Fame. And I want to take a few minutes to thank everybody, thank the people that I really feel helped me to achieve this honor. Thank you, of course, to my family and friends that were able to come, and all the girls. Thank you to my parents who have always been so supportive of my athletic endeavors. Through the sacrifice of time, money, energy, of club ball, and the sacrifice of seeing their little baby move all the way to California to go to college, they've always been my biggest fans. To my husband, Joe, unfortunately he couldn't make it tonight due to an illness in the family. I wish he were here to share this night with me, and I wish he was here. It would have been a vindication of sorts, because we didn't know each other in college. He never had seen me play volleyball or known much about my athletic career. So whenever our boys who are 3 1/2 and 1 do anything remotely that requires some kind of coordination or balance or athletic ability or competitive spirit, he always says, they got that from me. And I think some attitudes are going to start changing at the Del Rossi house, because boys, Daddy's not in the Hall of Fame. Truly thankful to be given this honor, and I think it's hard for anyone who's played as a member of a team to be recognized solely as an individual. Because without the hard work, support, commitment of my teammates, I would not be in the position that I find myself here today. Without the passes, there would be no set.